Welcome to this presentation that asks, what is one push-up going to do? It's a question I get a lot, and it refers, of course, to my now infamous one push-up a day challenge. And most guys would say that sounds ridiculous, and I would agree. This probably is the most ridiculous way to get into shape that you've ever heard of. I sort of invented it, and it's difficult for me even to present it with a straight face. My friends and family know about the whole thing, and they don't even take it seriously. Even though they've seen me lose weight, they've seen the before and after pictures, they've watched me eat fast food the whole time, and it's very difficult for me to get them to try it. And in their defense, really, who is ever going to believe that you can get in the best shape of your life in your 50s with something I call the 15-minute diet and the one push-up a day challenge? I mean, if somebody tried to sell me that, I'd be sure it was a scam. But the truth is, it's based on some really solid science, and it works even though it's extremely easy. So easy that it makes getting into shape not a big deal at all. And I say I sort of invented it because all I really did was do some research and put a bunch of pieces together. The science for it is right out in the open for anybody who wants to look for it. It is kind of forgotten science. A lot of the books that I have drawn from to build these ideas came from the 1970s, and nobody's talking about them anymore. So if you're curious to know why it works, it turns out the biggest obstacle to getting into shape is your ego and the preconceived notions that you have around what it takes to get into shape. So like, how long does it take? How long do your workouts have to be? How hard do you have to work? All of those things. It turns out you don't have it's much less labor intensive than we think ahead of time. Consistency is way more important than actual intensity. So I'll get into that later in another presentation, but the system basically uses some tricks to sneak past your ego control mechanisms and to speak directly to your animal brain and give it an offer that is pretty appealing to it. And it turns out that when your animal drive is on board, everything becomes much easier. And that's pretty much how it works. If you want to get started using it, I'll send you a document. If you comment "wild thing" in the comment section below, I'll send it to you. It explains how to get started and why it works, even though you really don't need to understand why it works. I mean, it helps for you to justify to yourself why you're only doing one push-up a day and why you're only dieting 15 minutes a day. But comment below, and I'll send that to you. And I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.